What's up? What's up? Bobby, you're always number one in my book, buddy. What's up, Gary? What are we talking about tonight? Want to talk about do a little reptilian talk with MD Lee tonight? Seen enough weird stuff over the last couple hours in some of these live streams. I think we probably should talk about reptilians. Also, that doesn't apply to you if you're a moderator, does it? Slow mode? I guess if it did apply to you, that would take 60 seconds. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't apply to moderators. What's up, Cello? Maxwell? That's right. Ken the Lawn Guy, classic. Hey, Sick With It's been doing streams again. He's done a couple of streams like in the last week. He's been doing cooking with Sick With It, and there's only like 4 or 5 of us in there. So if he comes in tonight and you're not sub to him, make sure you subscribe to Sick With It's channel. Late night outdoor cooking California style with Sick With It with the Late Late Show. What's up, Brunder? The topic is what's the best budget shop press? What's the deal on Knox? Gary asks. Well, I don't know. He hasn't gotten back to me, but like I said in the Dow or Jay Young stream, I'm sure if he was dead, he would have called me and told me he was dead. So I haven't gotten a phone call, so I'm just going to assume he's okay. But he's probably just taking a break from YouTube. That's my official statement on that. But maybe we should all make clickbait videos about and kind of insinuate that he's dead, because that would be a good way to build our own channels. Sick, that slow mode doesn't apply to you. You're a moderator, so there's a reason for the slow mode, and you might see that reason if these guys get some guts tonight. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I've been calling them out pretty steadily for the last couple weeks, and they haven't been doing a whole lot. They've been doing a lot of talking, but not much action. So we'll see. Welcome to Cooking with Sick With It. Late night California style cooking on the grill with Sick With It. You guys subscribe to Sick. Hit the bell so when he goes live and starts making that chicken and those pork chops and that fried rice, you can watch it happen. I've been doing good, Gary. I've had a lot going on over the last couple of weeks, you know? A lot of stuff. Well, that's true, Maxwell. That would present a problem. Yeah, that's probably about my favorite show on YouTube is Cooking with Sick With It. Hard Knocks Forge is right up there, but Cooking with Sick With It, I mean, that's premium programming. If Sick With It ever starts not a GoFundMe, a Patreon, I'll probably be in on that. Where am I doing my live streams from? I'm live from the bunker, Jeremy. I had a guy, I don't know if it was within the last couple of weeks. I've gotten a couple comments after the fact, like on the last stream I did with Dow, and the last stream that I did with Hard Knocks, and people are asking me questions like, do you ever go outside, and why are you always laying down, and stuff like that. I just love questions like that. The answer is I'm doing this from my room, my bedroom, and I lay down because it's comfortable, and I like being comfortable when I do this. And I do go outside, but not any more than I have to. Like maybe once every 3 days, I'll go outside. I haven't gotten my CDL, Gary. The thing that whole thing basically got put on hold. I was told a number of different things over the course of a couple months, and then they said, well, the company, the program that my company had was initially it sounded like everything would be paid for if you got into their program or whatever, and then they weren't sure if they had enough money to do it, and then it was up in the air, and now it's kind of on permanent hold. So for right now, I'm just going to stick with the job I've got. Uh, I could go someplace and get my CDL for maybe as little as $3,000, but uh, I just don't feel like spending that money right now. What's up, Emery? Am I in my truck? No, I'm not. No, I'm not in my truck. When I first read that, I thought, how could I? And then I thought, oh, okay. He's thinking I've got a sleeper cab. No, I don't. I don't drive over the road or anything like that. Well, Junkie, I have about 1,500 favorite channels. That's the thing. That's what I didn't want to say earlier. Like one of the last times I talked to Hard Knocks, I told him, he said, oh, did you see my such and such video? And I said, we were going back and forth through text message, and I said something about some video being in my watch later list. And he said, he kind of got a little bit hurt that he thought I was talking about his video, and I had to tell him, no, I'm talking about so-and-so's video. Of course I watch yours all the way through as soon as they come out. So yeah, you're also my favorite channel. You and Sick With It and Keith, everybody in here, you're all my favorite. I just had a good conversation with John Erickson, and I think he's got a channel, and I think he's had a channel for a little while, but he's going to start uploading videos, and I'm going to hit on a future stream. I'm sure I'll have more information about it, but he's got some really interesting subject matter. What he does for a living is like really interesting stuff, and it's kind of would be unique content. And so when he starts making stuff, I'm going to try to promote his channel a little bit. And actually, I see Keith in here. Keith, can you dial up a link for Solid Diagnostics? I told Keith the next stream I did, I would start plugging Solid Diagnostics. That's the name of the channel. The dude's name is Mark, and I've talked to him a bit. I think mostly over on Thomas EXO VCDS's channel, but he's like a diagnostician and does electronics work on cars and whatnot. And he just posted a video within the last few days, and I think it's his first video, and his channel's really good. It's live streams from the sin bin. That's funny. Hold IT. I just hold my Chromebook like this, so I'm pretty good with camera angles and whatnot. the Blair Witch channel. Oh, that's funny. What was that thing when Blair Witch Project came out? I'm so scared. It was something like that in the advertisement. Oh, there he is. Solid 2383. Is that the actual? Okay, I'm just going to trust Keith on that. That is his channel. I thought maybe you'd changed the after user on it, but it's still Solid 2383. But the channel name is Solid Diagnostics. All I see is a circle going around and around on MD's forehead. That is some Blair Witch, if that's what you see. I'm so scared. Yeah, Jeremy, that's the thing. I've had a lot of stuff going on over the last couple of weeks. There's stuff happening. People are sending me text messages left and right, like just in the last 48 hours. They're like, hey, did you know about this? Did you know about that? I've been kind of busy. Yeah, Mark is a good dude. Like Keith is saying, Solid Diagnostics is the channel. Mark, uh, like I said, I've interacted with him over on Thomas's live stream, and he's a really nice dude. Yeah, Scott, you would probably find it interesting being a technician or former, retired, whatever. Solid, yep, Solid 2383. Well, that's debatable though. So I've gotten a couple phone calls in the last phone calls and texts that have taken me a little while to get back to, especially with the Bruce putting up that stupid video like that. Guess who gets all the real traffic on it? Me. Everybody comes asking me for an answer, but as far as I know, Hard Knocks is fine. It sounds like he's just taking a break for a while from YouTube. It's not Netflix, Junkie. That's the thing. I subbed to Netflix at the outset. Okay, so full disclosure, I've taken the last 2 weeks to work my way back through the entire Game of Thrones series. That's what I wasn't telling you up to this point. But I started at episode 1 and I worked my way through the entire series. And with about 2.5 episodes to go last night, after working on this for 2 weeks diligently to work my way through roughly 70 hours of content, close to that, 65 anyway, in 2 weeks, that video comes out and everybody starts lighting my phone up about Hard Knocks, and I thought, I've got 90 minutes to go to get through Game of Thrones. Okay, what's going to happen? Have I seen it before? Yes. And did I just watch the 7th season? Yes, I did. But the second time through, something might have changed. There's no way of telling. So I thought to myself, if Knox had died, if he had passed away, he would want me to power through the rest of Game of Thrones in his memory. So really, all I'm doing right now by not responding to everybody asking me these questions, I'm doing what Knox would have wanted me to do had he been dead. And I don't think he's dead. So even though he's not dead, I'm sure he still would want me to do it. So really, I mean, I guess the bottom line is I'm just trying to send one up to Knox here. You know what I mean? Gone but not forgotten. Well, not even gone. Just flat out not forgotten. And they don't have Game of Thrones on Netflix, so I've been having to go to outlook.to and seeing what kind of 720p or slum it a little bit on some of the episodes. I can only get a 480 version. I mean, come on. Keith, I did see that. This comment that you immediately paused dead in your tracks and said, Rock, don't say that publicly. Your mother's going to kill me. Yeah, I picked up on that. And I started typing a comment right away. But then as I usually do when I start typing comments on people's videos, I stopped and caught myself and thought, no, just don't do it. What's up, Rob? Yeah, aliens. That's who it was. I'd have to go back and look at who the first one, but let's just say with the phone calls, Top Wolf and Junkie were pulling ahead of the pack. I mean, I usually keep my phone on silent, so the only way I can ever hear it is if I have earpieces in and attached to the phone. I'll do that a lot of the time if I'm driving during the day, but usually by early evening, I have the thing plugged in and I don't even pay attention usually to the phone until the next morning. So if I'm hard to get a hold of, that's why. Yeah, the trolls, I've got the trolls preemptively banned quite a bit. And the bottom line is this one dude keeps talking about how everybody wants to interview him. And I've seen him promise exclusive interviews to about 15 different people so far. And I've been one of the people he's targeted the most. But the bottom line is this: I'm not going to do any of that garbage unless he appears on camera and shows his face. And I told him that from the outset, and I'm sticking to that. I'm not going to give him any press coverage over here. If he wants to do it, come on in person, show your face. Gary, that is a good idea. I kind of cooled it down because I had, before the whole Dow TOT blow up, I had a couple of magnets that were specifically Dow related that would have been really funny. And Dow would have thought they were funny too. He would have loved it. But I kind of had to pull back a little bit and ease up on the magnets. Now I need to restart my magnet drive because I'm basically out of the first two. Rob, I'm doing good. I don't know if you just got in here or what, but I've been busy the last couple of weeks working on Game of Thrones. I had to get back through the whole series. Had to do it. I felt like, for the sake of humanity, I needed to go back and watch the entire series. And initially my goal was to do it in 1 week, roughly 65 hours of content in 1 week. I thought that's pretty aggressive, and it ended up being a little overly aggressive. So I didn't make my goal, but I did it in 2 weeks, so not bad. Yeah, that kid is a chip off the old block for sure. I think Keith should take Rocco to work with him every day and film it, and he could probably retire and they could just start their own reality show. Yeah, Jeremy, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's a stream that's going to be coming here at some point within the next couple of weeks, and I don't know if I'm going to do it over here or we're going to do it on somebody else's channel. But there is an expose in the works, and the person, they've taken some stuff too far. So the bottom line is they just need to KYS. Ain't that the truth, Rob? There is nothing like a good binge watch. I had heard of this Game of Thrones thing, and I think I started watching like maybe partway through the 4th season, and I watched about 2 episodes, and then I went back and found the whole series and caught up on the whole series. So by the end of the 4th season, I was totally caught up. But there's a lot of stuff there, a lot of stuff to get. Yeah, I see what you're doing there, Keith. What's up, Jack? What's happening? I know what you mean, Gary. It's kind of fun to watch it, or I'm sorry, Jeremy. It's fun to watch a train wreck, but I mean, there's too many of these guys with all these keyboard muscles and .com courage. They wouldn't say 1/3 of this stuff if they were standing in front of you. It could be Marcello. It could be. Well, there should be a comma in there, Keith, before March. Marky. I don't see Greg in here. I don't see G. That's kind of a separate issue, honestly, Junkie. G-Bone's got a lot going on, that's for sure. I see him over there in Jesse's stream all the time talking about everything he's doing all day, every day. Sounds like he's really busy. It's a wonder I saw him standing at the bus stop at 3:30 in the afternoon that one day. What do you guys got going on? Keith, are you still working? It's midnight your time, Keith. 12:02. You probably got what? Another 45 minutes or an hour? Also, how many hours you working this week? And also, we need a toolbox tour. Have you gotten that upper yet? Yeah, Jackalope. Did you get cashed out on that or what? Did they reopen your case? I never really heard any more after that. They want to buy you out? Just Keith, just look him in the face and say it'll be $1 million, and just go like that. And then they'll probably laugh and go, okay, sure, here's $1 million. And then you're going to have to correct yourself and say, oh, sorry, it was $1 billion. Keith, if you do that, are you just going to go into consulting full time? $166 steak. What's up, Frank? Man, they're over there on that stream. You guys are real warriors doing these multiple streams per week. That's the thing I like about this. Sometimes if the Game of Thrones episode was more recent enough, I would have a live stream going in another window, and I'd kind of be watching both. Well, look, Jack, at least that's progress. It seemed to me like there would have to be a way they would reopen and do all that stuff. At least you're on the list. Gary, stay in touch, man, because John Erickson does very similar job to what you do, and I think on his channel he's going to start doing videos of it. No upper, no tour planned in 60-ish hours. Well, hey, you want to expand on that a little bit also? I mean, we're here all night, bud. You don't have to choose now to be succinct. And what's up with the no toolbox tour? Rip off. Jeremy, I was on light duty one time at work for like 7 weeks. It drove me nuts. It drove me so nuts that I kind of did stuff I shouldn't have been doing and ended up having the same issue that I had surgery for. But I know where you're at. Hire me on as a manager. Keith, here's my bargaining tactic. I would probably just go in there to dinner and say, listen, you guys want to buy me out for a reason. Here's the reason. I'm making money hand over fist. And you look at it and you think, well, we should be making that money. But you guys have to understand, the reason that I make this money is I buy low and I sell high. And just kind of keep doing this with your hand and look at them like that. And then if they're still interested in buying, run for the hills, because they're nuts if they think that you're crazy and they still want to buy you out. Tell them you don't want to be a manager. You don't want your own crew. You just want residuals for the rest of your life. Residuals for the DeFazio empire in perpetuity. Just tell them that. Well, Jack, I guess they gotta prioritize. The thing is with them, they seem like they've been through this before. FEMA has, and I mean, other than all those coffins they had that one time, Alex had the document. Ladies and gentlemen, they've got 20 million coffins. We're talking about there aren't even that many people in Texas, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking clones. We're talking big pharma. I have the documents. And I thought, I don't know what FEMA is doing with all those coffins. I just want to know what they're doing with all those coffins. Best steak I've ever had. Peter Luger's, Keith? Gary, when he makes some videos, he's going to make some videos and post them, and then I'm going to do a little promotion with him for it to try to get him some more subs. But if it is what I think it is, it's stuff that's interesting to me. So I'm interested in promoting channels that I'm interested in. So just a bunch of imported tools cramped in a box. Yeah, you're describing every toolbox tour on YouTube just about. Well, I guess not all of them are imported and not all of them are cramped, but that's what a toolbox tour is. He's probably going to do his after you do. Yeah, good point. Touche, Junkie, touche. Money is just paper. It's also, there's like some ink and whatnot involved, I think. Plus that shadow of the dude's head on the one bill. I have like 12 plastic totes on top of my box. Yeah, that's why you need an upper. Yeah, Jeremy, phase yourself back in with that stuff when you come off of light duty. Just do about half of what you mentally feel capable of, and just that's the biggest worry, is that you try to get back up to speed too quick. Just ease your way in. Easy does it. Hey, what's up, Juan? What is up? $166 steak at Ruth's Chris. I've been to Ruth's Chris like twice in my whole life. One of the times I had a New York steak, and I want to say it was about $40, and it was a good steak. But they must be jacking the price up there in New York. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I got to get out of New York because of the $166 steak. Ladies and gentlemen, they're turning the FEMA camps into Walmarts, and Walmarts into FEMA camps. They don't want your brain. They want your face and your business. Well, just tell them you ain't going out like that. When you write up the contract, Keith, just use the phrase residual in perpetuity. Use that phrase. Just tell them just to get used to that. Tell them that you want none of the risk and all the reward. You buy low and you sell high. That's the key. Junkie, I disagree. You can't call that cheap if he's $166. Yeah, I need a bigger storage. That's the thing. That's why I'm holding off on buying another box. I want a box is at least 22 inches deep. And those ones that you can order through Home Depot, the ones that are at least 22 inches deep, that's kind of the one I'm thinking of, because there's nothing at Harbor Freight that's deep enough. You guys remember that website from back in the day, peopleofwalmart.com? That was like back when eBaum's World was like the big thing, and ratemypoo.com. Does that still exist? Does anybody still go on ratemypoo.com in eBaum's World? That's back before there was YouTube. That's back before 61006. I'd like to forget that. Chicago was $250. Man. That's the thing. If you consume alcohol, you can, I'm sure at a restaurant like that, that remaining $134 would go away in a hurry. Everything in New York is expensive. You're right. The new Craftsman, 66 inches, 25 inches deep. Wow. I'm going to have to look that up, Gary. I'm going to have to look up the documents on that because that actually looks interesting. Steak and Shake. Whew. They got a good mashed potato at Ruth's Chris, if I recall correctly. It's like a holiday mashed potatoes. They got the sour cream in there. I mean, the steak's important, but let's not underestimate the importance of a mashed potato. Now, Jack, okay, so Garnett, on his last live stream, I PayPal'd him $10 because he was talking about getting that a box with a couple of drawers, just a portable box, but with slide out drawers. And I told him, hey, look at Holmac. I think they make one like you're talking about. And he started looking it up right there. And he's like, ooh, all right. I like it. I sent him $10 just so he'd buy it. I think it was like $70 or $75. It was not outrageously expensive. It was actually, I thought, a pretty good deal. But my question about those Holmac boxes is, are they deep enough? You're gonna want that depth. I'm with you, Juan. I can't $100 or $200. I mean, that steak better be covered in gold. Keith, did it literally melt in your mouth or did it figuratively melt in your mouth? Because you know, all these millennials, that's all they do is overuse the word literally constantly. And when they say literally, what they mean about 97.8% of the time is figuratively. So if it literally melted in your mouth, I could see it being worth $166. I'm kind of getting hungry for steak too, actually, Brunder. You got it. Oh, Frank, good point. Good. Oh, man, I'm so glad Frank's in here. He says, don't skip the mac and cheese. That is an excellent point. Excellent point. Lobster tail, crab cake, appetizer. Ooh, man. Sick, are you still in here? Is there any way you could go live after my stream? We got to get you a light set up down there. We got to get like some spotlights set up so you could live stream at night. We can see what's going on. I'm telling you, sick with it. The last 2 live streams he's done, the one I missed it live, but I went and watched a lot of it after the fact. And I get so hungry when I watch it. If I watch people buying guns or doing reviews on guns or on tools, it's satisfying. But when I watch people cook food, all I get afterward is just hungry. $8 side of peppercorn steak sauce. Yeah, Brunder, you're right on. That's the thing. That's the little 27-inch wide Husky limited edition box that I have. Not the standard edition, no. I have the limited edition 27-inch Husky box. It's just not deep enough. I did get that wrench organizer, that sorta tool that Dow has. I did get that the other day, so now I've got my service cart set up. I can actually fit everything in there that I want in there and have it be organized. But before I got that sorta tool deal for the wrenches, I was in rough shape. But again, the depth. It's all about that depth. What do? I buy low and I sell high. Oh man, kind of literally. Yeah, good point, Emery. That's the thing. Sometimes I don't want to get too judgmental. If it works for them, it works for them. But all I'm saying is these kids, they say literally just all the time. Very literally. All right. $166 of their money, it was worth it. "40 weeks aged." That's true, Frank. Sick with it's getting lit up by the ghetto bird, the helicopter. LAPD, LA's finest is going to be there providing the lighting for late night cooking with Sick with it. Jack, I'm not really sure how to do it because I know I've got 3 different boxes now, and the most interesting, well, the least interesting would be that one, the Matco service cart, because I basically just have everything oversized in it, everything that won't fit in the other 2 boxes, and then all the chemicals. But I'm not sure if I want to make like a series of 20-minute videos on it or what, because I know that if I get in there, the other thing is I have a couple things that there aren't any videos on YouTube, like as far as those uh, channel lock branded combination wrenches that are the same as the Carlisles, except they're half the price, literally. So I'm not sure if I want to break those out in their own videos first or what. Basically, I'm just procrastinating, Jack. I've had a lot going on, a lot going on in life for the last couple of weeks. Game of Thrones is important. You're going to want to be caught up on that. So that's me staying non-committal, Jack. My starter solenoid's starting to make weak contact on my car. I realized that a couple of weeks ago, so I got one of those kits off of Amazon for $13. But I probably gotta rebuild that tomorrow. I didn't get a new one, Cello. I've never done a tour on what I've got. So when you're ready, yeah, Keith, just tell him, hey, I don't want to sell this week, but next week let's talk about it again. Just conveniently schedule that as a recurring appointment every Friday night. Oh, Emery, I've got that. I've got the Harbor Freight 4-door, the black one, and then I've got a Matco service cart that's like a single drawer, but it's a multiple level. That's one that I got off of eBay that Jeff Kennedy uh, alerted me to. And actually, I got that thinking I would probably resell it, but now I've got enough overflow in it that I'll probably end up keeping it. And then I've just got a 27-inch Husky limited edition, heavy duty, upper and lower box. It's like a 5-drawer lower and a 5 or 6-drawer upper. I forget. Yeah, Jeremy, I looked at those Husky service carts after I got the Harbor Freight one, and I almost thought that I would probably rather have one of those, but I just was so familiar with the Harbor Freight carts. And if I had it to do over again, I'd probably get the red one. I didn't like the whole latch idea for the drawers, but the top is enough deeper that, like the screwdrivers, I have those Carlisle, excuse me, screwdrivers, and you have to kind of lean them over a little bit in order for the top to in order for the top to close. Well, Juan, I mean, you're missing out. Dragons? I mean, come on. Dragons, Juan. Who doesn't want to see dragons? Yeah, Extreme Tools is the other one, Jeremy. I thought about that, but it's just other priorities. Chillo, I always try to make time for you. Chillo wasn't on YouTube there for a while after the hurricane, and I sent Chillo an email and said, "Bro, you alive?" I thought that was a pretty heartfelt email by me. He emailed me back, "Yeah, dude," and I thought, "Oh, okay, that was good. It was a good exchange by us. It was very heartfelt." So when I was in the hotel. That's right, Jackalope. See, Jackalope's a man of culture. He enjoys a show about dragons. Juan, I mean, I'm not knocking you, Juan, but you're probably just not very cultured, you know? Who doesn't like dragons? Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be driving 190 miles to get to a Harbor Freight. What do you guys think about the shop press? Would a 6-ton bench, the tabletop press, would that be enough to press wheel bearings on a 97 Toyota Camry? That bench top 6-ton A-frame press, would that be enough to do it? I kind of want to get the smallest press that I can get that would still do what I need to do. Smallest and cheapest. I don't want to spend like $200 on a shop press. Oh, I didn't know Cummins Camping had deleted. I hadn't talked to him in a while. I hadn't talked to Matt in a while. Jeff's just taken. Jeff had some stuff go on, like his work schedule changed. You'll still see him pop into a stream every once in a while, but Arbor Press 3-ton. Yeah, Jeff's he has been busy. Well, Game of Thrones. Everybody's been busy lately. Well, that's what's going on. By the way, where's Jeremiah? Cello? What about your fellow Floridian Jeremiah? Oh, hey, there's a new channel. A guy, the guy's probably 10 miles from Top Wolf, younger kid. I can't remember the name of the channel. I just subbed to him 2 days ago. I saw him in one of the streams, and he's put up some content. 6-ton is the way to go. 10-ton arbor press, 3-ton arbor press. Hopefully that doesn't. I just hit that stream, Jack. Hopefully that doesn't crash it. Juan. It's just like Seinfeld. I never watched Seinfeld when they were actually making the show. I couldn't stand it. I thought Kramer was kind of funny. That was before his racist diatribe that time when he was high on coke in the Laugh Factory. But I couldn't stand that show when it was on. I didn't get it. It was only after it went into reruns, it went into syndication, that I started watching it, and I actually enjoyed it. But when I get what you're saying. When it's too popular, you almost don't like it because it is popular. Actually, Cello, I think Jeremiah's doing fine. I think he posted some social media stuff. He just hasn't been making videos. Yeah, message him, Brunder. That's how YouTube is, especially if I'm being real and not joking around for just a second here. The people that get burnt out on YouTube because they don't see any return, and especially when people are critical of their videos. And I'm not talking specifically about Hard Knocks here, but I know that this comes to mind when I talk about this. There are people that put a lot of effort into their videos, and when they get like negative comments and whatnot, it actually is hurtful to them. Now, when I get negative comments on my stuff, I think it's funny because my stuff requires virtually zero effort. So I'm able to laugh it off and not take it personally. If somebody goes, "Hey, you're fat," or "Why do you always lay down?" and "Do you ever go outside?" I'm laughing it up. I've laughed seriously. I got those. I laughed about them the rest of the day. I thought it was hilarious. But if I had like one video that required 17 hours of editing and I put it up there and 42 people viewed it and I got some negative comments, I could see myself getting a little discouraged. And I don't know if that's what happened with Cummins. I don't know that that's what happened with Knox. I don't know that that's why anybody has specifically in this little group has ever shut down their channel or taken a break. But if that has happened with them, I can understand where that would be kind of a heart-wrenching thing. Dutch the Diesel Technician is putting out a lot of content. So I was starting to shout him out when he had like 150 subs. Well, he had more than that. I think when I subbed to him, he had about 120 or 130. But he's one 5 or 6 months ago. I was talking about, and he's been grinding, man. He's been putting out several videos a week minimum. He just switched jobs. I like his channel. I like Cat Loco's Garage, Kush the Mechanic, the kid from the other day whose name I cannot remember to save my life. I do not watch Frasier. Okay, guilty pleasure here and guilty admission time here. I used to watch Will and Grace when it went into syndication because it was on like right after, either right before or right after Seinfeld, like a certain part of the day where I could watch TV at the time. And man, that Will and Grace, that was actually a pretty funny show. And the gay guy, he had the line where he was, I think the guy's named Sean something or other, but he was saying to Will, "Well, don't lie to me here. Not here. Not in a gym. This is gay church." And I'm serious. He hit that line the first time I saw it. I probably cried for probably a solid 10 to 15 minutes. I thought that was so funny. A gym is gay, quote unquote gay church. Juan, I watched about one episode of Breaking Bad, just couldn't get into it. Here's the thing, Juan, with Game of Thrones, there is some depth to it. It requires some thought. And it's just like the best of M. Night Shyamalan's movies, the 2 or 3 that he did that were really good. I could not wait to go see his movies because that was the most entertaining part, to try to figure out what was going to happen before the big reveal. Yeah, you're right, Jack. That's what makes me want to go with a smaller model. Yeah, that is true, Jack. I think some people get tired of dealing with that. I think, hey, if these people want to give me grief, come on. If somebody gives me, seriously, if somebody, I said this before, those people doing that trolling stuff, that's what keeps me making videos and keeps me doing live streams, because the fact, knowing that it aggravates them that I do this, encourages me to do it even more. Who's trolling who? What's up, Frankie M? I talked to Frankie M. Well, that was last week now, I guess. I talked to him for a few minutes. I thought Frankie M was a CDL driver, but he's not. I must have completely misread what his job was. He told me what his job was, and I thought, I wonder why I thought that. Well, Juan, that's what keeps you making videos. It was like I was telling John earlier in a phone call. If you're in it for the right reasons, that's what's going to keep you doing it. Yeah, Junkie just said that. I didn't read his comment first, but yeah, he said the same thing. If you're coming to YouTube to make a quick dollar, it's not going to work out. You have to be in it for the long term. Yeah, you're not going to make money. The likelihood of that is very narrow. It's very unlikely you'll make much money. Over time, you can make money, but it's disproportionate to the effort you're going to have to put into it. Most of the people making big money on YouTube, there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Everybody loves Raymond. My parents loved that show. Cello, loved it. And that's what you got to do if you want to be successful. You just got to go for it. You got to have a vision. You got to know what you want your channel to be and just consistently work toward it and try to make better and better content all the time. That's if you want to have a successful channel. Well, it depends on what metric you use to define success. Monetary success is going to take a really long time, more than likely. Jeremy, Top Wolf's got like a map. I don't see Top Wolf in here, but Top Wolf's got like a map. Also, you didn't miss much. Well, buy low and sell high. I'm not sure if you caught that earlier also, but definitely remember that part. Top Wolf's got a map of everybody that's around, like Blue Ridge Mafia. And he did that for the purpose of people figuring out what kind of meetups they were going to do. It's not easy, Scott. It's not easy. And I have heard people. One thing that's helpful to me is to have an outline, and it doesn't have to be necessarily have to be a written outline. But if you're going to try to make a 10-minute video, not everybody can talk for 10 minutes without repeating themselves, using filler words. It takes effort. It takes work for most people. But if you're doing it for the right reason, you're trying to share some knowledge you've got, doing it for educational purposes, that's the right reason to be in it. Yeah, Frankie just said where he is. Well, that's the trademark of your channel, Juan. You're out there showing all your cars you got one day, and the next day you're talking about yo-yos. That's the beauty of Juan. Almost said that's the booty of Juan, but it's not the booty of Juan. It's the beauty of Juan. If you want to see the booty, go over to any of Junkie's how-to videos working on his truck without wearing his suspenders. I tell you what, that's got to be a parental guidance, or you're going to have to log into your YouTube account to watch those after long. I'm going to have to start flagging those videos. Also does make buku. Big time. I never did talk to him, Frankie, but like I said earlier, and I know you just got in here, if Hard Knocks had actually passed away, I'm sure he would have called me to let me know he had passed away. And I never got that phone call, so I'm just assuming he's taking a break right now. Also, Junkie wants the documents. What's your lifetime up to right now, also? Because I don't think there's any way it's higher than mine, and I'm nowhere close to cashing a check. Brenda, you're where? You're Michigan, right? What's up, Cat Locos? I was telling Bob the other day, Bobby was texting me about this light he was thinking of getting from Craftsman, and it wasn't a bad deal. It was a good deal. But I told him that I have that HDX light, the same one that Rob has, and if I had it to do over again, I would have waited and just got that one, that Astro clone that Cat Locos got. All you got's all you need, Scott. You got knowledge. Knowledge is wealth. No first check yet. What's the dollar amount? Oh, so what is your dollar amount? What is your lifetime earnings right now? Yeah, that. Here's the thing about Bruce. The video he said he never said Hard Knocks was dead. He said he's no longer with us on YouTube. And I thought, okay, so he's taking a break right now. But everybody jumps to conclusions, and it's understandable. And it's also a stunt on his part, and it's in poor taste. But he'll get his. Yeah, those Astro lights, that style, that's the thing. I don't like that cone style light. I like that flat because it can just fit into those spots, like especially if you've got a transverse mounted engine and whatnot, firewalls and cams and mechanic stuff. You're gonna want that light that'll fit through there. 159, 159 cents. Also, here's the real question: how much of that Harbor Freight stuff that you tested have you returned? Junkie said that he bought that light and that it didn't work when he got it. Minnesota. Okay. I knew it was Michigan, Wisconsin, or Minnesota. I couldn't remember which. You send me the documents. Okay, so you returned the 3/8. Well, we knew that. What was it? Eric O's been using that half inch. He said he actually likes the thing. You have the DeWalt still and the half-inch Harbor Freight. Also, have you been looking at Toolboss's shopping videos? I don't think he showed anything really for the Rigid yet. What I want is Rigid to. They got this deal going on now where you can buy 2 bare tools and they'll give you the 18-volt kit. They'll basically give you the Slimline 2.0 battery and a charger with it. But I want the reciprocating saw, but I don't want the X4. I want the Gen 5X, and they're not selling that right now as bare tool. And I want the Gen 5X 7 1/4 saw, circular saw, because I don't need any more impacts or drills. I'm good. I just want those. But they're not gonna. I don't think even for Christmas they're gonna offer that in any kind of a real kit. Lifetime Junkie says mid-December So we at then 9.5 months, 42.51.32. It's not bad. It's a lot more than zero. I got the X4 half-inch impact, the same one that Dow's got. Now they're just releasing the Gen 5X one, the brushless one, and they're claiming 400 pound-feet of torque. But if you go to Ridge's website, their own documentation says, I think it says 450. Maybe it says 425. It says more than Home Depot's website. But I emailed Rigid about the impact that Dow and I have, asking them what the reverse torque is, and they said they don't have a number for it. The number on mine, I think, is 325 or 350, and that's maximum forward torque. So I'm not sure what the reverse torque is on mine, but I know it's plenty powerful for anything I do. Take lug nuts off, no problem at all. It took the harmonic balancer bolt off on my Camry, and it's no Honda, but still. Dow had that video of him using his with an extension, with like a 6-inch extension and a deep well socket, taking lug nuts off of an RV that they thought that were torqued to 500 foot-pounds. Now, I have a hard time believing that's accurate, but the point is that thing is, and yeah, any of those you guys are listing are rated at more. The DeWalt, the Milwaukee, the big Harbor Freight, they're all more powerful than my gun. So at some point, it just becomes a question of how much you need. Flat Rate Master did that video about the new Milwaukee high torque. It's 1400, but it's got 3 or 4 settings on it, so you can control the fastening torque on it. Yeah, that's the thing, Rob. That Milwaukee mid torque, that looks like the best of both worlds, because I suspect that that's probably a little bit more powerful than the one I've got, and the one I've got's plenty powerful. The Rigid, so that Milwaukee is good and compact too. That's the thing. Yeah, Cello, if you're already bought into a specific brand and you already got batteries and whatnot, that it doesn't really make sense to change directions midstream like that later. Oh, see you, Frank. Yeah, man, go home, get some sleep. I'm telling you what, these business owners work about 20 hours a day. I never will forget 6/10/06. That's the day it changed. It all changed that day for the better. See you, Juan. Actually, if you're not in here, I can't. There, send you that message. Yeah, well, so where's the video? Look, I've got an idea that I gave to Junkie probably a month and a half ago, and he kind of thumbed his nose at it. And right off the bat, I thought, well, why would you thumb your nose? I bet that video could do 1 million views. Well, then I thought about it after a while, and I thought, I get why Junkie's not interested in that. He's just not interested in those brands. But that video, Oso, it's basically a takeoff on Oso's idea, and it's the best budget half-inch impact, air impact, and it's the Husky versus the Harbor Freight, and you could throw the Sunex in there if you wanted to, but basically the top of the line half-inch Husky versus the top of the line half-inch Harbor Freight. Maybe throw the Cobalt in there. That would be a really interesting video, because basically the Husky is cheaper than the Harbor Freight, and it may be just as powerful, and it has a way better warranty. Harbor Freight's 90 days. The Husky's 2-year warranty on that. That's the thing, Cat Loco. Those Cobalts, I thought about those just because of the warranty, but I'm an occasional use person on these power tools. That's why I went with the Rigid. I just basically like the idea of having the warranty. Brunder, I'll tell you what, that 850, that PT, is it PT 850, whatever that new one Junkie's got, that thing looks like it's got some heavy duty stank. Yeah, later, Minions. Anybody hear from Minions lately? I saw a couple of weeks ago that Minions had solicited some tools from Bearded CB82. Bearded CB82 was sending Minions a bunch of Blue Point pliers. And I thought, all right. It's like Minions is casting a wider net and continuing to solicit donations. Interesting. What do I have that's Sunex? Cello, I have that Sunex metric flare nut crow's feet set, and I'm very impressed with it. Tiger blood. That's true. Now, I know you told me that, but I'm the one who put the pieces together. That's what I'm saying. What did I tell you back? I said, you need to get all 3 of those guns and do a video comparing all 3 of those guns. I bet it could do 1 million views. And then you never did it. So then what did I do? I shopped the idea to Junkie. And Junkie's not all that interested because Snap-on's not in the mix. But the bottom line is, you could do your own, basically your own little RTR deal, and it would blow up like St. Helens. Also, Budget Tools channel, you would be breaking bread if you did that video. You know what I'm saying? Stacks on deck. Stacks on deck, Oso. Here. Can't really do it with my hand. Here. Stacks on deck. Yeah, I like those AirCat tools, Brunder. I think those are a good deal. They had the AirCat compact 1/2 inch or 3/8 the other day. RTR put a deal on his Instagram about it. They were selling for $80 on Amazon. I don't have a good compressor. Well, buy a good compressor. That is true, Cat Loco. What Cobalt Lowe's has those batteries are selling for like $20 or something. What you got, Brunder? You got that 1350K or what? That 1250K? You got that 1150K Life? Well, also, hopefully, this one doesn't make him work for a living. Wow. Yeah, that's the thing. That 2235, Gary, everybody says that about it. That thing is hard to beat. Well, so Brunder, that's the advantage of getting one of those Huskies that has a 2-year warranty, but they only run $109. Junkie, it's the 3 impacts, the 3 1/2 inch budget impacts, the Harbor Freight, that Earthquake, their best Earthquake, the one that you have, and then the Husky 1/2 inch impact that runs $109, and then maybe the Sunex impact that's 1/2 inch, or the the Cobalt half-inch impact. It would be the battle. What is the best budget half-inch impact air impact? That would basically be the video. It'd be a comparison video. And maybe you could get in Harbor Freight's email, and they'd pay you a bunch of money. I'm telling you, you do that video, stacks on deck. Whoever's channel does it, it'll blow up. It'll blow up. Yeah, $10, $20. That's hard to beat. That is hard to beat. 1250K equivalent. Okay, so you got the Mac. Yeah. Bosch does make good tools. Those German tool brands, man, Metabo, Bosch, Fein, Fein. I was just telling Junkie about that the other day. They don't do a whole lot of automotive stuff, but they do like electric drills. Fein. Lamello is another one. Festool. That's more like woodworking stuff. That's real high-end stuff. Festool. Those European. Good stuff. Rob, you made a video on that yet? Steelman ratchet sets. Who was it? What's his bucket? Oh, it was Mike Toolshed. He got that 24-inch. Man, that thing was a steal of a deal. If I didn't already have the long-handled flex head Craftsman, I would have got that Steelman. That one, it's got that locking collar on it, too. Ooh. Looks like a spicy meatball. Cat Loco, I'm sorry. Like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were in here or not. I had a lot of stuff to do over the last couple of weeks. I felt compelled to work my way back through the entire Game of Thrones series. So I got a lot of your guys' videos that over the last couple of weeks that I haven't seen, but they are in my watch laters, and I will get to them. I will. Bostitch. So here's a pet peeve of mine. Tony the technician, he keeps calling it Bostitch. Where did he hear that? It's not a designer jean company, okay? It's Bostitch. It's an old American company that's been making nail guns for 50 years. And what did they call them that whole time? They called them Bostitch. Before Stanley owned it, it was just Bostitch. Then for a while, it was Stanley Bostitch. Now it's Bostitch again. It has never been, it is not now, nor will it ever be Bostitch. Let's just call it Bostitch. Let's not reinvent the wheel here. Every time he says that, I get the image of some snarky looking German guy with glasses talking down to me about tools or something. Bostitch. It's Bostitch. Yeah, Festool is spendy, but that's the best. That miter saw they got, that Festool Capex, what, it's $1,500, something like that, $1,200. That thing is as good as it gets for that stuff. No, I'm just saying, Junkie. I was telling them that I tried to shop that idea to you for a video for the Battle of the Budget half-inch impacts, and you acted like you weren't interested in it. You were more interested in just continuing to test the Harbor Freight one. But I think the real video is what is the best budget half-inch area impact. And you could test the Cobalt, the Husky, and the Harbor Freight. Those three. If you did a video with that, it would blow up. It would blow up. You'd be breaking bread. We're talking retirement, early retirement. We're talking $166 steaks every weekend with $8 sides of peppercorn sauce. Okay, Cat Loco, I will work my way back and look at those. I might have actually seen that video. Yeah, Bostitch. Bostitch has that good half-inch drive or 3/8 ratchet. That's the the flex handle. It's a right angle deal. You spin the uh, the handle for it to ratchet, and I have the Cobalt version of that. The Cobalt one's it's fake news, but that Bostitch one is actually really smooth. I think one of you guys did a video on that, and I think I commented on it. Yeah, it's actually Cat Loco. That probably was you. Tony is from Iowa. Well, yeah, I'm not saying he's German. I'm just saying when he pronounces it Bostich, I get the. You remember that? You remember Mike Myers on Saturday Night Live when he would do that show Sprockets, where he'd be going like that in glasses and he'd have like skin tight black clothes and he would interview somebody. Now is the time on Sprockets when we dance. Well, when I hear that name Bostich pronounced Bostich, I get a mental picture of Mike Myers talking down to me. Oh, junkie. I like Tony. That's the difference between you and me. I like Tony, and I also like his conjoined twin from birth, Mike's Tool Shed. I like them both. I don't think he's an idiot. It just irritates me when he mispronounces that. That's all. Someone send me a Harbor Freight Impact and I'm game. Well, you got the new torque wrench. Oh, hey, Cobalt's doing their version of a new tech angle. Well, I shouldn't say tech angle because it's not flex head. It's a digital torque wrench, but it's not a click style. It's the whole digital thing, but they're about $180. Yeah, the rotator ratchet, Cat Loco. That's right. I would be interested in seeing that. We don't have Menards here in the Northwest. The one thing I've heard about Menards is Menards has a particular toolbox. It's actually a really decent toolbox. What's up, David Young? What's happening? Oh, Gary. Something Stupid is the name of a good Frank Sinatra song because it's Frank Sinatra and Nancy Sinatra, his daughter. That's a really good one for a first time Sinatra listener. Then after that, maybe New York, New York. And Luck Be a Lady. After that, maybe Love and Marriage. That's another good one. But first off, probably Something Stupid is the name of the song. Something Stupid. It's Frank Sinatra and Nancy Sinatra. That's a good one. Cat Loco, that's the story of my life. There's so many tools out there I'd like to try, but I'm just not willing to pay the price. Jello, that is a valid criticism, and you are right. He does do that. Here's the thing, because Junkie and I are going to do a stream tomorrow afternoon together, and I would imagine this is going to be a topic of conversation because it usually is. But I'll just kind of lead off with this tonight and give you guys a preview. If you're going to do a live stream or you're going to do a video or you're going to have a channel or whatever, you just have to be you. You can't be anybody else. And I have my personality, and each of you guys has your own personality. None of us can be each other. So if you've got a personality where you're pretty much a square, that's who you are. And if you try to be something fake, I'm not going to be interested in you, and I'm probably not going to watch you. But if you're a square and you tend to be somewhat boring, I'll watch you because you are being authentic to who you are. And I like a little variety. I like some junkie. I like some Cat Loco. I like some Tony. I like some Tony's conjoined twin, Mike's Tool Shed. You know? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, be yourself. Frank, if you should text Keith about it. Keith will fill you in. I'm not saying that to be dismissive either. I just think you should ask him about it. I don't want to say too much. We'll see you, Jeremy. You're probably already gone by now, but sorry. Good to have you, man. He does take a while to get to the point, and he is monotone, and a lot of his videos are pretty boring. But you know what? That's him. Take it or leave it. He is who he is. Cat Loco, as long as you email him, that's honestly probably the best bet. Or you could just drive by his house constantly honking your horn. Either way. One's safer than the other, but I'll let you figure that out. Yeah, that's the thing, Rob. You got to do you. You can't be anybody else on here. And I mean, take it or leave it. I know my live streams and my videos aren't everybody's cup of tea, but there are some people who are interested, and people are going to vote with their views. Now, if you make videos for a couple of years and you got several hundred videos and you're still only getting limited engagement and abysmal engagement, you know, maybe that would be a good time to try to be somebody else, or at least try to be a better version of yourself. Yeah, as far as I know, he's fine. I think he's just taking a break right now. Well, also that's probably wise, because if you don't try to be PC, then your videos would probably just get rejected right off the bat. Everybody else in here, be who you are. Also, don't be you. Be way better than you. I'm just kidding. Don't get so offended. See you, Frank. Frankie M. Work was pretty easy today. It was good. It was a good day. I got no complaints. Well, take your stuff with you, Cat Loco, and just send him an email and let him know you're going to be there. He might show up. Where is Chuck? That's a good question. I don't know where Chuck is. And by the way, who's Chuck? Chuck's busy too. Chuck's wife is with child, so Chuck's a busy man right about now. Oh, is he taking a break too? Well, okay. I was taking a break for the last couple of weeks. I had Game of Thrones to catch up on. It was important. What do I think about Chuck? What do you mean? He's short. He's fat. He's real mouthy. So I like him. Chuck reminds me of a dude that I worked with for like 3 years. One of my favorite people I ever worked with. He was. If Chuck's like that, dude, I'm sure I'd like Chuck real well. I do like Chuck, though. When are his streams, Cello? That's the thing. I had the bell clicked when he was doing the all-day stuff. I would be in there constantly, but now that he's not doing it anymore, I used to make it a point to at least twice a day just pop in to tell Chuck hi. But I don't know what it is now. I got to go back and make sure I've got the bell clicked on everything, because it's just a timing thing. Now is he doing stuff? He changed what he was going to do there too a couple times. He had said he was going to do stuff on Sundays, and then it was going to be Wednesdays and Fridays, but then it kind of switched. So I'm not really clear on that. Frankie, if you're going to do that, if you've got the Hangouts button, this is kind of a difficult thing to describe because I don't know what your setup is here, but I have two windows open. I have the chat over here, and then I have the Google Hangouts over here on this side. And from the Google Hangouts, right next to where it says Google in the upper left-hand corner, if you go to the right of that, you see a person icon with a plus sign next to it. And if you hold the cursor where it says invite people, and then you click on that, and then you find whoever is in your Google Hangouts contacts, and you invite the person. And sometimes you can share a permanent link. If you click on that, it'll give you a link. You can copy and paste that, or you can invite people and do it that way. It's not difficult. So, Chell, just to answer your question, I guess to get back to that, I try to go at Chuck's streams, but like when he was doing the stuff all day, I only had specific times I could really pop in there. But a lot of the time, I'll tell you this, I pop into a lot of these streams and don't comment. I just listen, and sometimes I'll watch the comments. Scott, you're authentic, man. All your videos are authentic, and that's what I like about it. And anybody I like that about their videos. Cat Loco Chuck is Auto Pro Interiors is his main channel, but then Trim Life, I think, is where he was going to be doing some of his videos. I thought that he was. So here's the thing. Chuck was getting kind of irritated because he still didn't have. He couldn't live stream for mobile on Trim Life because he still didn't have 100 subs. And I don't know what it's up to. Last time I checked, he was still not at 100. But I tried to do a stream where I promoted his Trim Life channel and Jay Young's channel. New channel. And I don't know if that got him. It probably didn't get him over the threshold there. Anyway, I try to go to Chuck's stuff. I like Chuck. I do. Like I said, Chuck's real mouthy, and I like that. He hasn't been doing any live stream. Okay, well, there you go. So, Cat Loco, if you go back a couple of live streams, I think it's in the title, subscribe to Jay Young and subscribe to Trim Life, and there in the description of the video will be the link to his channel. Also, I am promoting Mark, Solid Diagnostics. I think the channel is... can one of you guys find that link if you had it earlier? Keith posted it at the beginning of the chat. The channel is Solid Diagnostics, but I think Solid 2383 might be the youtube.com/user/solid2383. But he's good. He's just posted his name's Mark. He's a British dude, and he's going to be doing more videos. You have an iMac. Well, the person to ask might be Junkie because he runs a lot of Apple stuff. So I think it would just be whatever Hangouts app or whatever you have. It's not difficult to do. You just got to find the invite people tab and then invite the right person. Yeah, Scott, I'm with you. I like to just relax most of the time. I've told people this over and over and over, but I'm more interested in just watching this stuff than I am doing any of it myself. It's just occasionally I feel like I should chip in and be willing to to kind of host the chat. Yeah, so if you have that whatever the app is, live mobile app or whatever, you can do live streaming before you have 100 subs. But through the YouTube app, you have to have a new enough phone, and you have to have at least 100 subs to do live streaming from mobile. Yeah, so Chuck's still not to 100. Cello asks a good question. Hey, you promote help lots of new YouTubers. How much percentage do each do they pay you, MD Lee? Well, I demand at least 90%. And that's not just of their YouTube, that's of their entire life. Any money they get, 90% of it's mine. So, you know. I don't know if Jason's in here. I don't know. I kind of always assume everybody's in here all the time and they're not commenting. But if he's not, that's fine. There was some bizarre stuff. I was seeing some bizarre stuff in some of these streams earlier. It was some of it I was kind of picking up on, but like the stuff with Jason, I wasn't sure what all that was about. I was captivated there for a few minutes. I thought, I wonder what he's talking about here. Yeah, Frankie Junkie commented right above you. I think with some of the information you're looking for. Hey, no problem, Kat. If people are going to spend time and effort making videos, and if it's something I'm interested in and that I find, I'm going to do what I can to try to promote them. Because one thing I am good at, I'm not necessarily a good creator, but I am I'm an elite level YouTube viewer. So I can share what I like. Yeah, he's still at $0, 90% of nothing. Yeah, but like I said, not just your YouTube, Cat Loco, your whole life. Yeah, David says it. Hit the like button, dudes. That does actually, I think, well, I don't know if it helps or not. I do kind of like it. Yeah, somebody said this. Mike's Tool Shed talked about that in his video, trying to help out newer people. If any of you guys are looking to grow your channel, Mike did a video a couple of weeks ago, like advice for newer channels or what he's learned in his first 6 months of YouTube, words to that effect. He brought up some excellent points, and that was one of them. You don't want to beg for viewers. You don't want to beg for subs. And you got to realize, really, it's not about subs, it's about engagement. I do disproportionately well for the size of my channel as far as subscribers. The engagement I get is way above the subscriber numbers I have. But it's because I have all of the best subscribers. If they know about my channel, it's because they know about all these other channels. So I like being obscure and I like being like a real niche market. This is kind of the insiders only channel. Cat diesel power. Ooh, that is a good question. Yeah, I got my 100,000 views. Actually, I was looking on the other day because I said I think in the last stream that I'd crossed 300,000 channel views, and I have. But one version of it doesn't count one of my videos, so it shows me it being like at 239,000 views, and I saw that and I thought, what is that? And then I went and checked a different way, and it said no, 300,000 da 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 da. And for a minute there, I felt really ripped off, even though I didn't think I even cared about it that much. But I thought, no, I want credit for that if I have those views. Also, not a whole lot because I did not monetize. If your numbers are accurate, Oso, I'm not anywhere near the number that you're at. Not even close. Yeah, he did, Oso. He did. plugged you. He did plug your channel. He's plugged me too, actually, which I didn't want him to do. I don't want anybody promoting my channel. That's the thing. I want to stay pretty obscure. And that's the best way to do it, Cat Loco. You got to grow your channel organically. Organic growth. Organic growth and solid engagement. Dave's Fix-Its. Dave's Fix-Its. I subscribe to him just because I want to see every new video he has so I can count how many times he says guys in it. Guys, we're doing good, guys. I'm in the store, guys. Now I'm walking down the aisle, guys. That guy, he says guys, just, he's up some of those videos. If he runs 10 minutes, I mean, the guys count is like running up over 100. Guys, I'm going to turn the camera off now, guys. Watch this, guys. What do you guys think, guys? Chuck is going to live stream tomorrow. How do you know that? Is Chuck still in the... oh, man. He's still only at 57. Well, I'll try to go to Chuck's live stream tomorrow. I don't know. Has Chuck been getting kind of ouchy that not enough people have been in his live stream or what? I don't get it. He never said anything to me about it. I like Dave's Fix-Its, Junkie. See, that's the thing. You got to enjoy people for who they are. He's just being himself. I'm just being myself, guys. When I plugged, Cello, when I say plugged, I say, I mean promote. Oh, Rob answered. Okay. You finally stopped looking for a shop. This thing, Rob, you pay more. It sounds like you pay way more attention to his channel than I. Rob pays a lot of attention to me, guys. Junkie. Oh, man, some of these comments, they've trying to decipher what you're trying to say, because I know you're doing voice to text and it's loud in the cab of that truck, so what's coming through is hilarious. Have you guys ever watched the post-apocalyptic Inventor? If you like AVE, you will love the post-apocalyptic Inventor. That is a great channel. Oh, Junkie, imagine if he ever got your phone number. You picking up a phone call and just hearing the word guys like 15 times over the course of the first 7 seconds. Oh, hand tool restoration. Now, Junkie is funny, but Junkie's also super opinionated. Hold on. Oh, so. I gotta check my phone, guys. Also message me, guys. I don't know about that, also. That looks like that might be Photoshop, bro. You got to remember also with what I'm doing, I'm not getting a whole lot of ad revenue from the live stream itself because you guys are already in here. There are people that are coming up and watching after the fact, and I do get some money off of that, but that's I'm nowhere near $100. So is funny. Oh, Cello. Cello, do you miss Nestor? Do you guys miss Nestor? I was serious, guys. There's people all around, guys. I got a shopping cart, guys. I'm gonna put tools in it, guys. What do you guys think, guys? Should I do it, guys? Guys, should I buy something, guys? Again, though, I like watching his channel. I like watching that. And I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing with him. He just isn't laughing. What happened? Well, oh, Cello. Wait for it. There's a stream incoming on that subject, Cello. There's a lot of answer to give on that question. The Arbor Press. Wow, who knew? Oh, you got to be kidding me. $305, Jackalope. What am I made of? Money? Oh, can't do it, Jack. Can't do it. I was like looking at one of those Harbor Freight ones with the 25% off for like $60 for the 6-ton bench or tabletop press, benchtop press. Man, alive. I was not familiar with an Arbor Press, though. I'd heard the phrase. I never actually seen that. I'm gonna have to look up some videos on that. Yeah. Oh, so no kidding. You enjoy the arguments that your videos cause. That's probably the whole reason you do it. What's up, Steve Jobs? Is it pronounced Michael or Michelle? Are you French? Are you French Canadian? Because it might not be Michael, it might be Michelle. I'm a series all by myself, guys. I'm walking down the aisles, guys. I can't find any associates, guys. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm just going to say guys a bunch of times. Guys, guys, guys. Should I roll around on the floor saying guys, guys? (1 minute and 54-second video. He said guys 7 times. That's actually really light. Somebody must have said something to him. He must be trying to cut back on guys. Steve Jobs from Mexico. 57. I found a channel, or I found a store on eBay that has the hookup on some hot plier deals. The name of the store, I saved it because I've ordered about 4 to 5 different sets of pliers from in the last week. They are, I have it here. I have it saved. The name of the channel channel. Cripe Distributing, CRIPE Cripe Distributing. 9,093 items for sale. I'm telling you, they are the Mumbai. They got the hot deals. They got some USA made stuff, some Armstrong and KD and all kinds of stuff, plus some import stuff. Steve Jobs. You French, Steve? I see you said yeah, bro, but I don't know what you said yeah to because I rattled off about 18 things. Rattled off 18 things, guys. It's dying like Kmart. Well, Kmart died a slow and miserable death. I'll tell you that. Guess what? Guess what? Top Wolf and I spoke about for about 20 minutes on my way home from work. Also, don't antagonize him about Sears anymore. Okay, Top Wolf loves Sears. Don't you dare tell him it's going to close. That would kill him. The hurricane couldn't kill Top Wolf, but you talking about the end of Sears, that might kill him. So don't do it. Tooltopia. Down in the boondocks. Down in the boondocks. Yeah, Top Wolf. He likes Craftsman. So what? So what? Don't you try to show him the light. Ignorance is bliss. He also loves Sears, he loves Craftsman, and he loves Harbor Freight. Just You just gotta let that little birdie fly, Oso, okay? That's Top Wolf. That's the nightingale of automotive YouTube right there. You just gotta let him be the nightingale. He's the songbird of his generation, his automotive YouTube generation. You just gotta let Top Wolf be Top Wolf. I was getting mad he wasn't listening to me, so I left before I called it names. Man, the stuff that you guys get ouchy about, it's really comical. I like their USA made pliers. I like that Western Ford stuff. I managed to get a number of different pairs of that before they sold out of it everywhere. And I got most of it for basically free because I used all that extra surprise points they were giving me. I got a nice set of 6.5-inch flush joint slip joint pliers from there. Now, Oso likes Harbor Freight, but Top Wolf loves Harbor Freight. Top Wolf loves Harbor Freight, and he loves Sears. Don't you dare tell him it's going to close. That seriously, Top Wolf would probably cross over to the other side if you ever told him that. It's all about Walmart and Target. Yeah. Well, that's what I said, Frankie. Because he said, Oso says they're going to close, but I mean, you're going to be able to get Craftsman somewhere. And I said, yeah, they sell it at Ace Hardware. You're good, bro. You're golden. Don't run away from the light, Top Wolf. Don't you die on me. Yeah, I do. The hose pliers? Yes. I bought how many different pair of those? I sent Top Wolf a pair. I sent Matt G6 a pair. I kept a pair. Those are beauties. Those are beauties. They're the same thing as the KDs, the USA made KDs. Yeah, that would be cool if they did tool trucks, but I'm not real sold on the whole tool truck model. I think long term, the only companies that are really going to be able to continue to make that work are Snap-on, Matco, and probably Gear Wrench from the look of it. So they're not the same thing as the Blue Point. They're set up a little bit differently also. And Garnett told me that he thought that they were made by Lang. I forget. You can probably go back if you left the live stream up. We've spent probably 25 minutes in Jaron's live stream, going back and forth with me in the chat box asking him, and him looking at it, me looking at it on my end. They look exactly the same as the gear inch version that is now made in Taiwan, but was originally a KD design that was USA made. So they appear to me to be basically whoever they appear to be the KDs. Yeah, Rob. Wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. I don't know where you can get it. I bought those. I was telling Topper, I bought the gear wrench. So I bought those Craftsman import Chinese made 6-inch needle nose pliers with the 45-degree angle on them, and not impressed. Not impressed at all. I think I spent about $7 on them after the coupons and all that, and I thought, yeah, I kind of got took on that. So on a whim last week, I ordered the gear wrench set that's on that Cripe Distributing eBay store, and yeah, real news. Definitely, we're talking like InfoWars quality, Chinese made, but really nice, and $8.50 shipped. So what did I do? I ordered that second pair, and William Nim, if he ever actually puts up any content and keeps up his end of the bargain, eventually I'll probably send him those Craftsmans, and I got a couple other things I'll send him. But he needs to post some content. He keeps asking me for free stuff, and I'm not going to give him anything for free. He has to do something. But I'm telling you, those Craftsman, the new Craftsman import stuff with like the mostly black but somewhat red handles, not impressed. Monster Tools, Excess Tools. Jack, man, I love you, dude, but that Arbor Press, 25% off, even $350. I'm going to have to take out a second mortgage on my non-existent house to afford that. Also, I'm with you. I try to get the best I can. I own all my stuff outright. Frankie, I'm telling you, you must not have much gear inch, if any, because gear inch is the Mumbai. I don't know if you guys picked up on that, but Mumbai used to be named Bombay. So in Friday, they said, that's the Bombay. And they were taking hits off of that blunt or whatever. But then when Bombay switched to Mumbai, from then on, I just always said it was the Mumbai. Cat Loco, maybe around you pawn shops have some good stuff. Around here, they got jacked. They want more for it used than they want new. And by the way, look at Arbor or shop presses on Craigslist. They're asking the same price used on Craigslist for a shop press that you buy they'll put a Harbor Freight press on there for the same price that you pay new at Harbor Freight on Craigslist. Because Seattle. That's why. Because Seattle. So I'm sold on Gear Wrench. I got a lot of that stuff now, and I like all of it. It's all good stuff. $225 free shipping. A Dake is over 1,000. I got to investigate that a little bit more, Jack. That's just more money than I want to spend. I'm not saying it's not a good deal. I'm not saying it's not a cool thing. I'm just not real familiar with it. I need to familiarize myself more with that design. Some of that Craftsman Professional stuff is nice. Oh, hey, they had the DeWalt. They had the SAE and the metric, but the DeWalt long pattern wrenches, combination wrenches, 10 through 19, so 10-piece set they had them marked down to $29 at Sears the other day. But they were nice, pretty nice wrenches, Taiwanese made. If I didn't already have those sets that I've got, I would have for sure picked those up. Carlisle is nice, Cat Local. I like all their stuff that I have. What did I get? I got something. I'm gonna say I got something the other day that was Carlisle. Another one I buy from Napa is I'll buy those Napa service tools, especially in that stuff that USA made, because that stuff's all lifetime warranty. Well, almost all. Yeah, I didn't even know grip type made ratchets. Well, I think Gear Wrench is basically just an offshoot of KD, and most of that KD stuff was foreign made. But I think when they split some of it off, they tried to make more of the foreign made KD, just make that Gear Wrench instead. I think. Yeah, Craigslist, just some people's concept or their perception of what their stuff is worth is just really warped sometimes. All right, I gotta go. I'm gonna end this. Junkie and I are going live tomorrow. Tomorrow in the afternoon, early evening for him, at mid-afternoon for me. Until then, subscribe to Solid Diagnostics. Mark, I think his channel is either Solid Diagnostics or Solid 2383, one of those. Check out everybody else in the chat. Look into Trump-Russia collusion, because even though they haven't found anything on that really in a year and a half, that's no reason to quit looking. Yeah, Keith just posted the link. I'm going to post that in the description for this video after the fact. Oso never goes live. He talks all that good stuff, but he never actually does it. Until then, gentlemen and guys, remember, win if you can, lose if you must, but no matter what, always cheat.